Hey, what's up, YouTube family? I'm back with another video, a little short, sweet video. I want to get right to the point, and we're going to talk about lining up your sights on a firearm. I do have two firearms in front of me. Nothing's in the magazine, nothing's in the chamber. Same thing here, no magazine in, and there's nothing in the chamber. So the first thing I want to talk about is the primary rule for gun safety. There are 4 primary rules for gun safety. First one is always keep your gun pointed in a safe direction. The second one is treat your gun as though they are always loaded. The third is going to be keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to get to your intended target. And the fourth and final is always be sure of your target and what's beyond your target. And that's a really important one. A lot of times when people are shooting a firearm, practicing, especially when you're outside, in the field, you need to know what's beyond your target when you're aiming. You know what I'm saying? So that's another important one. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about how to line up your sights on your firearm. Your sights are here. This is a 3-dot sight system, 2 in the rear and 1 in the front as the firearm goes this way. And I'm going to go along with the 3-dot sight, and then we're going to go along with the optic sight. All right. And with the 3-dot sight, I do have a laser on here, and we're going to talk about that a little bit. But I'm going to try to see if I can get this lined up so you can see what I'm talking about as far as the aiming. We're going to talk a little bit about when some people are aiming their firearm and they're about to shoot the firearm, they close an eye. Some people, you got to find out which one is your stronger eye. Some people close and use their right. Some people close and use their left. But the most important thing is to learn how to use your firearm with both eyes open, because if you get in a situation, you're not going to have time to try to close your eye and try to aim your firearm and find your target. But when you first start going to the range and, you're just getting out the gate, yes, you need to focus on keeping one eye closed. You want to focus on using your 3-dot sight and getting your aim right. Also, one good habit to get into is, we already know, keep your finger off the trigger. One good habit to get into is when you pick your firearm up and you grab it and you hold it properly, bring it in, take it out, bring it in, take it out. Once you get it out, then you can go ahead and get your aim on, get your 3-dot sight in view. And once you get your 3-dot sight in view, you want to take your 2 rear sights, you want to take your front sight, and you want to line them up. You want them all to be lined up, everything centered, top and bottom in place. That way you know that you have your 3-dot sight going properly. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to try to do a demonstration and show you. Let me see if I can flip this around. So what you want to do is you want to take the front sight and you want to line it up with the rear sights, and you want it to go right in the middle, and you want it to be right in the middle, not too far this way, not too far that way, and just about right about there. So you kind of get the drift. It's kind of hard to line this one up with it. Also, let's give it a try with the Holosun sight. Yeah, same thing with this one. You're going to line these 2 back here. You have this one right here. Then you have the light on the inside. See if we can pick that up on here as well. So with this sight, it works a little better. You can kind of see it. See, it's over to the left. You want to try to move it over, get it centered. And right about there. And I have both eyes open on it. And you can see the actual iron sights. And I have them lined up. You want to close one eye and make sure you line them up. Make sure you get a good grip on it. Hold your firearm properly. Not too hard, but you want a nice grip. Extend your arms and then release and fire after you have it all lined up. So I want to try to see if we can pick up on, if I can brighten this up some so we can see it better. Let's see. Let's see if we can find it. All right. So now I think you see it, right? So you see the infrared, the red dot on there, and it's right at the top frame. I'm sorry, the top sight. Bring it down some, line it up, and that's kind of proper right there. I'm looking at the sights. I'm not looking at where I have it on the actual circle to be right in the middle. I'm just lining the light up. I'm lining it up with the sights. Now, what's going to happen with this, with your red dot or with your sights, if you're, wherever you're aiming at, you want to go a little above it. Just a little bit until you get used to and find out exactly where your sight and where your firearm is going to go. One of the most important things is once you put your finger on the actual trigger, if you give it too much trigger, the firearm is going to shift that way. You don't give it enough and you have it just laying right here, it's going to torque that way. So you want to put your finger on it just about so, just about enough, and then extend your arm so you can have just enough on there and get yourself a good feel for it and then pull. One thing about it, once you start out and you shift your body, if you're right-handed, put your front foot forward a little bit, open your legs just a little bit, look through your right eye, try to see if you can find your sight, closing your left, looking through your right, get all your iron sights, get them lined up, straight right here. This piece right here, you want it straight with this top piece right here. Not too much on this side, not too much on that side. Okay? I believe I have this like dialed in pretty good with this optic sight. Right about there is where you have it, okay? And then you should be good to go. Now, with this right here, I have the laser. If you're using this one and you put your laser on it, the battery might be dying a little bit. Once you have your laser on it and you fire, you'll see where it goes. Get your proper grip, put your laser on it and fire, see where it goes. If it's going over a little bit this way, remember, it's a little bit more on your finger. If it's going too far this way, take a little bit off your finger. Another thing what people do a lot when they're using a firearm is right before they're about to fire, right before they're about to shoot the firearm, they get ready and they kind of jerk. So one thing you can do about that is you can buy yourself some snap cats. Snap cats are ammunition bullets. Looks like it's loaded, but it's not. It's just a snap cat. So if you go to the range and you want to learn about your grip, and if you jerk when you're about to fire, you don't do it. You get somebody else to load the snap caps along with your regular ammunition. Let's say you put one snap cap, you put a live round, snap cap, live round, snap cap. And that way you're going to learn. Always keep your eyes open too. When you're firing, you got to keep your eyes open so you can see what you're doing. But once you load it that way and you go to fire, what you're going to see is you're going to be able to tell if you kind of get ready for when you get ready to fire. You know, you get a little jerk when you pull the trigger because you're getting ready for it. That's not good. But once you do that with the snap caps and you put your regular hot rounds in and you start practicing that way, you're going to get better with holding it steady, because that's what's going to give you that sharp shot. When you can hold it steady, don't move it and just pull the trigger. Pow. But when you're getting ready for it, and you get ready to pull the trigger and you kind of jerk, you're already making your shot go off. I just wanted to add that in there too. When first going to the range, you probably want to be at about, I would say, a distance of about maybe 5 yards in practice. And then as you progress, go back 7 yards and hit a 10-yard. Just get your practice up. Do them in increments of maybe 5 to 10, just to get your grip right. Bring your firearm in, take it back out. See which one is your dominant eye. Go with your right eye first. Firearm out. And turn this laser off. Firearm out. Use your right eye. Line up your sights. Center them. All matching up. Give it a squeeze. See where the actual bullet go. Switch up. Try your left eye. Also, what you'll find out is if you're going with your right eye, you're going to kind of go this way a little bit and line him up. When you go with your left eye, you're going to come this way a little bit, line him up, see which one is your dominant eye, and go with that. After a while, you'll be able to line up your sights this way. And a perfect way to find out if you have your sights lined up, once you get it in sight this way, so you have all 3 sights lined up with both eyes open, check your dominant eye, close your eye real quick, see where it is. Open it back up, see if it's lined up. Once you see that, give it a squeeze, see where it goes. One other good thing about once you're using a firearm with your eyes open, once you're firing and you see where it goes, you can almost see it. After you shoot the firearm, you can kind of see where the bullet went, and not without even really like moving the gun and losing focus on where you're aiming at. So that's another good thing. That's what I like about that. So what we're going to do is we're going to get out to the range. We're going to practice this. We're going to practice with optic sight. We're going to practice with the regular 3-dot sight. And we're also going to practice with the laser on and see what we come up with. All right. I think that's about it for now. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell somebody about the channel. And I'll see you guys at the range. Peace.
It's caught in the crossfire.
Let me see your war face.